you somehow. Sit on a book, Paul.
Well, we're live.
Oh,
hey, we're live.
Yes,
I was
sir.
talking about how my DigiNinja was getting cut off, so I had to kind of get in the picture there.
And they probably, when it first came on, they heard me say, "Sit on it, Paul."
And they probably were like, "What? Paul's back? Is he actually in the studio?" Yeah, I was actually out for a while. So hey, welcome to Feel Good Friday. Thanks to Billy for holding it down and all the special guests that we had on Feel Good Friday. So yeah, I was out sick for a little while, so now back in full strength and ready to roll. So we got a big Feel Good Friday. Billy,
man.
how you doing?
I'm great. And how many Fridays did you miss?
I missed I was absent for 2, but I don't even remember the last one we did. I had like that whole medicine head thing,
Last one you were on medicine?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't officially, I wasn't officially sick, I didn't have the testing done, but yeah, I could tell. In fact, my sister, one of my sisters, Barb, when I talked to her, she told me, she goes, "Yeah, that last show," she said, "I could tell you were sick." So I was like, yep. So back full strength. So yeah, glad to be back. And man, I tell you what, that COVID crap don't play. So
I was going to say, I didn't know if you were going to say it or not, but yeah, we were both out for a little while because of that.
It was and it's so strange how it affects people differently, because you weren't down for very long at all. I had the dizziness. I just could not kick the vertigo, so I told you on the phone that one day, I walked right into the wall. You're just walking along and just kind of get dizzy and I walked right in the wall. So yeah, it was weird. It held me down for about 15 days. So it was really a really long time. So glad to be back. So
yeah, it kind of disrupted our whole atmosphere because I got it, you got it, and then so
Smith had it.
Smith, he was out. He had it first. He was already out.
So it's his fault. Thanks a lot, Smith.
Blame it on Smith. But then Jamie was here with you. It was just you and me in the studio. We, and then obviously once we both had it, you went home. So then for like 2 weeks, I had to come up here. Everybody was working from home,
trying to be safe.
Yeah. So I'd come up here and work by myself and try to do videos by myself. I never told anybody I had it. I just stayed away from everybody.
Right. Well, like you said, we had all of our employees working from home.
Yeah.
So then you were kind of, here by yourself, that kind of thing. So yeah, it was wicked. But so let's flip the script, if you will. And
let's Feel Good Friday. Stop talking about it.
Let's get back on the positive side. So in the new studio, this is awesome.
It is, man. I love it.
This back screen thing is very cool. So, digging that a lot. So it's a big weekend, of course, you got the Super Bowl and everything going on. So do you, are you going for the Chiefs or are you going for the Bucks?
Buccaneers, man. And let me say this. I have some vintage old Buccaneer t-shirts because I've been a fan for a long, long time. A good friend of mine, Ken Helms, lives in Tampa. He is my mentor in the direct mail business and the event business. Mm-hmm. And it was funny when I found him. For some reason I was already a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. Mm-hmm. And so when I did my first event with him down in Tampa, I show up and I had on a Tampa Bay t-shirt, and it was already faded then. And actually, I don't have it anymore. I said I still had them. Somewhere I lost it, but I've been a fan for a long time.
So you're not a bandwagoner.
No, I'm not a Brady fan. I don't have anything against him. You know what I'm saying?
He's the GOAT. Come on now.
There's no doubt about it. But I'm not a fan though. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a fanboy.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
No. In fact, I was really kind of I wasn't necessarily a Brady hater, but I was just tired of the Patriots always winning. You just get tired of that. So I was kind of rooting against the Patriots when he was on the Patriots. Now I will say when he came to the Bucks, made for kind of an interesting scenario. It made great conversation. It was, did Tom Brady make Bill Belichick? Did Bill Belichick make Tom Brady? Mm-hmm. So, it's kind of interesting to see the Patriots didn't do so well this year with Cam Newton and Brady, of course, taking the Buccaneers, to the Super Bowl. Yep. So very cool. Well, the Chiefs are actually favored by 3.
Yeah.
And we got local boy Tyreek Hill.
Yep.
He's Coffee High graduate from Douglas, Georgia. So, so I'm actually taking the Chiefs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm taking them by 3. They're actually favored by 3. But so in just a regular bet. So what do you want to bet?
I'll tell you what, we'll bet the show was supposed to be in Amelia Island at our sponsor.
I know. Man, that's what we were hoping.
Got sick. So we'll bet a 6-pack of that of that beer
Awesome.
that I gave you on the last show.
By the way, that was fantastic. So Amelia Island Beer Company, very good. That winter warmer was fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, and by the way, I'm not getting paid for saying that. I mean, that was legit. That's a really, really good beer. So hopefully we'll get down there soon. Hey, we might as well just go ahead and move right in. I mean, that just sets me up for, for the beer of the week recommendation. Smith's going, what already? I'm not ready. Sure he is. He's going to pull it up for you. So I brought in one. This is called Andy Gator, not alligator, even though it has an alligator on the front. You can see it with a little crown, but it says Andy Gator. And it's from Abita Brewery. And by the way, I got to tell you, I mean, this beer, it's described as the type of beer. It's a Helles Doppelbock. Now, if I said, Billy, you got to try Andy Gator Helles Doppelbock. What in the hell is that? Is that, I mean, that's what you're thinking, right?
I don't know. I kind of, sounds German to me, be like, I want some of that Doppelbock.
I mean, well, the thing about it is, now, by the way, this is 8% alcohol. So I brought little cups.
I have a meeting at 12.
That's what I mean. So I mean, we're not doing the whole glass here because it's pretty strong stuff. So I just wanted you to taste it.
Have training this afternoon.
That's what I mean. So they say Billy's just going to get, he's just going to get the little shot of beer,
try it.
To get that. So you can smell it. So cheers.
Can't smell anything, Paul.
So see, when you think 8% and you think Doppelbock, you think dark and heavy, and you can tell it's very clear. It's very light and it's very smooth. So it's really good. So a definite recommendation. Andy Gator, go check that out. And Abita Beer Company. You can go to Abita. That's ABITA. Go to abita.com for their website. They have a bunch of different beers. So this Andy Gator is one of their extremes, and it's really, really good.
That's the first thing I've tasted in like 2 weeks.
No, see, I didn't have the loss of taste. I didn't have the loss of taste. I didn't have the loss of, the loss of smell, all that stuff. I just had the dizziness. So, well, good. I'm glad that, at least your first taste was something good, so definitely good. Well, going back real quick. So Super Bowl, we're going to bet 6-pack,
yep.
And I get the Chiefs and you get the Bucks, just clear. No, no points, no nothing, just a clear bet. Also while I was out, I wanted to send some shout outs. To some things that are going on because I've been gone for a while. So Jamie Lopez, that young guy is a rock star. I mean, he has stepped up. He's done so much while I was gone. So thank you very much to Jamie Lopez, who works for us here at Billy Merritt Marketing and DigiNinja, for stepping up to the plate and really just, handling the business.
Yeah.
He did a great job.
And as you know, I'm very impromptu in many of the things I do. I'll say, hey, let's do this. And we do it right now.
Yes.
So yes. Smith, it's kind of fun, but he's starting to be able to handle more and more of the stress. But Jamie yesterday, one of my guests didn't show up or wasn't able to come on. So Jamie, let's get on the show. He's like, he hopped in and jumped on the show, and without hesitation. So you're right, man. Yeah, he's a whatever it takes kind of guy.
He is, man. He's done really, really well. Also because I haven't had a chance to say it yet, to him, because I haven't been around. So Smith has just done a great job as a producer.
Oh.
And we want to talk about some of the things that he's done.
Yes. I want to talk about something very important. And Smith, we'll put this on, make this a clip. Okay.
Okay.
I better start better than that. The Doppelbock is to me already.
Just that small sip.
Hey, this is Billy Merritt and Paul Sullivan with Feel Good Friday. I have something very special I want to share with you, and I want to ask a favor. Please hop over to YouTube, search for Billy W. Merritt. We have tons of information. All of our shows are cataloged there. Mm-hmm. So now, have you been to the Billy W. Merritt YouTube channel lately?
Yes, I have.
How does it look?
It looks awesome. I mean, Smith has done a great job.
Yes, that's our producer, Smith. So I'm going to ask you to please like one of the videos. Comment on one of the videos. It means so much to me. And please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Tons of information on there. Now, Paul, what you don't know is Smith and I have been working, I guess, to gain the attention of some really big people in media that can skyrocket us into a whole new level, but we have to have 1,000 subs. So we just need people to subscribe. Yep.
Billy W. Merritt on YouTube.
That's it. That's all.
That seems pretty simple.
So Paul, please ask all of your followers and fans to like my channel.
Hey, all my followers and fans, all 6 of them. No, I'm kidding. Please do that. Billy W. Merritt on YouTube. Go by, like, comment, and please subscribe. Again, by the way, anybody that's new, I mean, they shouldn't be new. Everybody knows where YouTube is, but anybody's new to it, there's no cost. I mean, you just do the subscribe button. So it's very easy so you can follow it. And again, we would appreciate you liking some of the videos, and please comment too. We love having comments, answering people's questions and, things like that. So we got a lot going on. 2021, we kicked off 2021 with our new show. Our first show, I should say. And then, then we had that kind of, 2-week haze, going on. So now we're back on track. So we're having fun. Feel Good Friday. We do this every Friday. Billy W. Merritt presents at 11 o'clock. Every weekday morning, there's a different show. So there's lots of different things that we talk about, Make Money Mondays and the Digital Sales Academy on Tuesday. Winning Together with Billy and his wife, April Merritt, who I still think that's just such a fun show because April kind of puts Billy in his place sometimes. It's just funny.
There's always a surprise on there. Like when she found out that I lost $10,000 shorting Facebook stock. that was quite the experience. And one thing about April in the show, or just about April in general, she cannot hide her emotions, like her face. When she's happy, she's happy. When she's mad, and when she's shocked, you can just tell.
And the volume goes up like 6 decibels at least.
Yeah, she was like, "What?" It was just amazing. So you go to YouTube and go to Billy W. Merritt, and then you just search. How's the best way they could find that video? Smith, you Winning Together. Probably just go to. Are they each catalog per show?
Okay, so if you let me open it up in Firefox so that I'm viewing it as not us. So if you go to YouTube, and
by the way, we have the big board.
Yeah,
as you can see. So we have the big board here.
Should be as simple as typing in Billy Merritt, or you can type in Billy W. Merritt, either way, but we're capitalizing on the name. If you go to the home page, you won't see these analytics, of course, but scroll down past the current video or the video premiere or whatever, you'll start seeing these playlists. We've got the DigiNinja Academy. We've got a playlist of all of our full episodes, newest to oldest, and then we've got full episodes by show. So if you've got a favorite show, you just want to watch, DigiNinja Sales Academy, you've got all the episodes there. We've got the same thing for clips. You want to watch Monday Morning Money Show clips, DigiNinja Sales Academy clips. They're all organized. They're all newest to oldest. So it's all there, and it's easy to manage.
Yeah. By the way, I have to point out, that's probably the best shot if you can see it on here or not. I mean, Billy, that's just great.
I had to use that.
That's just too funny.
No
doubt. But really, it's very cool. And so again, props to Smith for doing all that. Does such a good job. And please like us and subscribe on Billy W. Merritt on YouTube to do that. Some other shout outs. We got some road warriors, on the road.
Oh, yeah.
Chad Gay out there working it, and Felipe Tinajero holding it down. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, those guys out there working hard for our dealers. So
I like the way you said that. Chad Gay out there working it.
I'm telling you, man, those boys, it. I mean, those guys are absolute animals.
I talked to Chad last night, and just, we get busy throughout the day, out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
And I mean that in a good way, because you don't have to micromanage those guys.
No, they're doing their job.
They're doing their job. So then we can focus on other things. But at night, when I finally unwind, about 11 o'clock, I'll grab my phone and I'll start texting. Now, sometimes if I've had too much Doppelbock, April will take my phone away from me. But if I haven't, then I text people like Chad and like, look, man, thank you for what you're doing. And you know what? Thank you for who you are. That's what I like to say.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, just, top quality guys, great character, great integrity. That's what we love. I mean, you can't teach that. You can't teach integrity. You either have it or you don't, and just 2 top quality guys. So, love to have them on our team. Another shout out. I know you've made fun of his name before, but my buddy from high school, Dusty Rhodes,
yes.
That's his real name. Dusty Rhodes having surgery today. So good luck with that, dude. I hope it goes well. So I wanted to, just throw a shout out to him. Make sure that's very successful. By the way, wanted some comments. We mentioned the Super Bowl, and I'm taking the Chiefs. Billy's taking the Bucks. Want to know what you think? So in the comments, you can just put the Bucks, or you can put Chiefs. If you want to put scores, that's fine. You can do that too. But just see what your picks were. So Billy, we talked a little bit about YouTube getting people, to come on board. Some other things that have been in the news. Bitcoin. Now, you and I have had, minimal conversation. I told you, I'm just not, I'm not really into it. I mean, I know it's been in the news. I've been following it a little, but you've been following it a lot. And you've got a much stronger take, if you will, on Bitcoin. So let's get into it. Let's start talking about, so what's going on with Bitcoin in your opinion?
Okay. So let me start this interview with a question to you.
Okay.
What do you know about Bitcoin?
I mean, very little. I mean, I've said, I haven't followed it all that much.
If I pressed you, what is Bitcoin for? What would you say? What is Bitcoin for?
What is it for? Mm-hmm. I probably couldn't give you a real answer.
There you go. And this is a very smart person. He's very, very, very educated, very sharp person. And you don't really know what it's for. And the reason is because it has no purpose. Bitcoin has no purpose. Mm-hmm. It has no purpose. Now, Smith may be able to articulate the original white paper and what the theoretic use of it was going to be. Smith, educate Paul and all the people just like Paul that are very smart, but you scratching your head. What is the purpose of Bitcoin? Smith, take it away.
Yeah, I'll do my best. So it's supposed to be, most like other cryptocurrencies, a decentralized store of value, something that you can use to purchase things, of course, at some point.
All right. He hit on some topics there, but that's actually incorrect. And what I mean by that is he started it with it's supposed to be. And then he said it's supposed to be a store of value. No, the original white paper purpose was written by that Satoshi guy, right? So
that's what I'd order at the Chinese restaurant.
Mm-hmm, yes, absolutely. So he hit it correct, a decentralized currency. He said, like other cryptocurrencies, listen, Bitcoin was the first one. Okay. So Bitcoin, theoretically, I love the theory, by the way. Mm-hmm. I'm in on what it's supposed to be for, which is a decentralized form of currency, meaning the central bank doesn't have any control over it, mm-hmm. right? The Treasury and the Federal Reserve have no control over it. Unregulated, no regulation, decentralized, power to the people. Okay, so if you have a 6-pack and I want to buy the 6-pack and I have Bitcoin, theoretically, if you have a crypto wallet and I have a crypto wallet, mm-hmm. I can send you some Bitcoin. You instantly receive the Bitcoin and you hand me the beer, right?
Right.
Okay, just like cash. Okay, mm-hmm. But it's digital currency. Mm-hmm. Right. Problem is nobody accepts Bitcoin.
Right.
So you can't use it as currency because nobody has it, and nobody.
I can't go to the liquor store and go, "Hey, I got this Bitcoin stuff."
No, but now you have and he's trying to prove me wrong by Googling.
He's back there, tap. So he's just clicking away.
But even people like these stores that accept Bitcoin, they're not accepting Bitcoin. They're accepting dollars that get transferred. So if I do have Bitcoin, by the way, on my Cash app.
Okay.
So, but I can't pay for anything with it. And you can get a wallet and I still can't pay for anything with it. They have to take that Bitcoin. We won't get into the technicals of what the blockchain technology is and things like that and how it's.
Thank God.
We'll get into a little bit. Anyway, so if I have Bitcoin, I can use this app called Coinbase that converts my Bitcoin back into dollars, takes those dollars and pays for the products. And then I get the product. So just by pure definition, a currency has to be something that is accepted and used to spend.
Right.
And so it doesn't work. So what he had to jump to was a store of value, right? Because
where's the value?
Well, okay. The only value, that's a great question. Mm-hmm. The only value is in the ability to sell it in the future to someone who's willing to pay more money than you paid for it.
Okay.
So it's just a faith-based, I shouldn't say it like that, but it is a faith-based a product that the only value is the faith that the other people have.
Right. You believe that it's going to, be valuable to somebody else.
But it's not a store of value, Smith. That's impossible because you can't store value in something that was $40,000 last week or 2 weeks ago. And 2 weeks ago, when you got sick, it was $40,000. It was over $40,000.
Okay.
When you were at your sickest, it was at $30,000. So it lost 25% of its value in an overnight.
Because I wasn't on the show.
Because you weren't on the show.
I mean, Bitcoin just collapsed almost, because I wasn't. No,
and another reason you can't, probably. And another reason you can't use it for currency is because anybody who has a potential to lose hundreds of thousands of dollars if they use it at all. What I mean by that, there's a story that a guy ordered a pizza and he got the pizza got there and he realized he didn't have any cash. But he said, hey, I got some Bitcoin. He talked the driver into accepting the Bitcoin for payment of the pizza because he understood. He sure, I'll take this.
Yeah, they understood it.
Okay, this was back when it was very. How much was it, Smith? Do you remember the value of the Bitcoin at the time?
When were you just referring to?
It's okay. This may not be perfectly accurate, but it's still, the theory is the same. That Bitcoin was $20. Okay, so he paid $20 for the pizza, right? Had he held on to that Bitcoin and not bought the pizza, now that is worth $30,000. So you can't spend a quarter. I can't give you a quarter if I think that quarter is going to be worth $1,000,
right,
in a short period of time.
Okay.
So to answer your question, Paul, Bitcoin is a scam. It has no value. Can't be used for anything. It has no intrinsic value, and this is a crazy part. It will go up. It has the potential to go up. It's going to go up because now you have Elon Musk and you have so many people you have all these pretty savvy investors, a lot of them who are Bitcoin evangelists, pumping the price of it. It's going to go up. But the problem is nobody knows it's a bubble. Nobody knows that it's going to come down and it's going to go all the way to zero. So you can ride the Bitcoin wave if you want to.
So Smith, are you riding the wave?
I have a little bit. Every once in a while, I throw a little bit in. I've made a lot more money. Obviously, this is short term. Don't try it at home, but off of altcoins and just their volatility. But I mean, every once in a while, they'll just shoot up for a couple of days. And I'm happy to take
altcoins.
Yeah, I see you're analyzing the craziness right now,
Yeah.
and it's absolutely crazy.
Just before we get back to this, because I was curious. This is from fundera.com in 2021. They're saying currently, according to coinmap.org, there are currently 15,174 businesses worldwide that accept Bitcoin. Okay. Only 2,300 in the U.S. and this is interesting.
Find me one of those. Give me one example. Give me the actual company.
This is what I was going to get to. Around 13 major national companies accept Bitcoin payments. Those small businesses around the world take Bitcoin payments. Very few national corporations do.
What's the major?
Overstock.com and Microsoft have started accepting Bitcoin.
I guarantee you, we'll come back to this on the next show.
Sure.
I guarantee you they do not accept Bitcoin. I guarantee you, or I'll wager you.
But it's going to be the cash transaction instead.
Yes. They have a widget on their site that you can take your Bitcoin and transfer it to this widget that turns that Bitcoin into dollars and pays. Microsoft does not accept Bitcoin.
Yeah. Neither does Billy Merritt Marketing, by the way.
Hey, I will though. I really will.
You'll take it.
If you want to. The thing is, I can't spend it. I have to turn it into dollars to spend it.
Right.
But if you want to send, you know what? I can't accept it. I would if I could. But see, like you can't send me Bitcoin. You can send me Cash App. You can sell your Bitcoin and send me Cash App, and I can buy more Bitcoin with it. But get me a wallet, Smith. I'll accept it.
Hey, no doubt about that. The people are giving it away.
I'm much more interested in beer coin than Bitcoin.
Beer coin. Hey, we can make it exist. No doubt about it.
You've been in marketing a long time and worked with the small towns and commerce, local commerce. Do you remember when they created like local currencies, like you could spend downtown?
Oh yeah, like downtown dollars, stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, I remember that.
That's a real currency. That is a real currency because I guess I don't remember. I remember hearing about them. I never think I used any or had any, but you actually had paper.
Yeah, I mean, it was similar. I mean, you kind of, it was similar like a coupon. I mean, or a dollar, if you will. It was printed off, and it's like it said, like Douglas dollars or whatever it was, downtown dollars, and certain stores accepted them.
That's a real currency.
Yes, so you could actually go into that store, go, I've got 10 downtown dollars, and you bought a $10 item, whatever. So you got your $10 item for the downtown dollars. So you're right.
I bet there's already one, but if nobody has digicoin.com, let's go ahead and snag that up real quick.
Hey.
We need a
Digicoin.
I guarantee it's already got one. Elon Musk he's all in on the
DGC.
That's why it's good. The Dogecoin or whatever he is, which is another. They're just all these little coins pop up everywhere, brand new ones. So we could create Digicoin right now or Digi Ninja coin right now.
It already exists.
Digicoin?
Yes.
Yeah, what about Digi Ninja coin?
Let's try it.
Did you Ninja Coin yet?
But it's not. I bet it's not taking.
Not seeing anything.
Did you Ninja
What
Coin?
about Ninja Coin? Ninja Coin.
Ninja Coin.
I'll create Ninja Coin right now. I'm going to get into the crypto craze.
No,
It already exists.
the crypto craze.
Oh my god. Yep. It
Billy and
exists.
Smith. That's
Ninja
gonna
Coin
be.
exists.
It exists.
Wow.
Digit what?
Ninja Coin.
Oh,
exists.
Ninja Coin. Okay, I'm like, did you
Wow.
Ninja Coin really? So okay, so all those altcoins, is that what you call them, Sean?
Yes.
Smith. By the way, I call him Sean. I call him Smith. I kind of go back and forth.
No problem.
Of what he is. So altcoins, all the different altcoins.
Okay.
I'm really not into it. If somebody wants to give me like real money that I can spend, then I'll take that.
Yeah.
And that you can keep your Bitcoins.
I'll take them if you can get them to me. I don't know how you're going to actually get them to me.
There are all sorts of these things. I mean, there are also, I didn't realize this until I started looking at all the stuff on Coinbase, for example, but there are stable coins, which are essentially in parity with the US dollar. And some of them provide like small interest rates for you holding them. There's all sorts of stuff that exists.
So are you one of the guys that like you'll take Bitcoin, but you don't keep regular coins? You have change? Like, do you use pennies and nickels and
I have a 5-gallon bucket full of
Okay.
coins. I just throw my spare change in there.
I mean, like I remember, I had some friends that I worked with, at a previous job, where like literally like they were like, I don't even want these pennies.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I'm not that guy.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'll take them. I'm not proud.
Absolutely. No, I'll take Bitcoin, even though I don't, even though I think it's a scam. I'll take your scam money. I'll turn it into real dollars, and I'll take those coins and I'll turn them into real dollars. Yeah, no, man. Look, I understand the value of a dollar. I understand the value of a penny. It's not that much, but it's worth. You don't throw it away,
Right?
Yeah,
I mean, 100 pennies is $1.
That's right.
So
Absolutely.
I've always been. Some people are like, "Oh, you're so cheap." No, I'm not cheap. I'm just, like I said, I'm not proud. I mean, if someone's gonna give me, 4 pennies, I'll take them.
Of course, man. You'd be an idiot not to. You'd be an idiot. I hear people talking about cash is trash, because they're printing so much of it. Now they are driving the value of it down. I'm a coin. I'm a silver coin and a gold coin guy. You pay me with your gold and silver, I will take it for sure.
Okay.
And I will take your Bitcoin and I will buy gold and silver with it because it's real, it's scarce, it has intrinsic value. It's used for things.
And well, that's and value, like you said, Bitcoin. What's the value? Well, the value is only worth what somebody will, accept Bitcoin for.
He understands Bitcoin much more than most people. I'll go ahead and tell you right now.
So, I mean, it's not, it's like any product or any service or anything like that. It's only worth what somebody's willing to pay for. So just like money, if your money's not worth anything, if people won't accept it, it's not worth anything. So if I had one of those downtown dollars from many, many, many moons ago, it wouldn't be worth anything because nobody would accept it.
But if you had a silver coin from that long ago, it's still worth something because there is a demand for it.
Right.
See, it's real, and there's a demand. They make jewelry, they make chip parts. There is a use for gold and silver, so there's a demand.
In fact, I mean, kind of, looking at a different angle, it's like something that has sentimental value.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody goes, "Oh my gosh!" I mean, if I say, "Oh, this hat has sentimental value to me," it's worth $50. But if nobody will give me $50 for it, it only has sentimental value. It doesn't have actual real currency type value.
Mm-hmm.
And again, not to say that certain things that have sentimental value don't have value of some kind, but it doesn't have near as much value to someone who has sentimental value than someone who doesn't.
Yeah,
that type of
that's
thing.
a great segue, actually.
It is. So I've done this before. But this is such a cool thing. You can't see. Billy's going to lift it up because we have it on the table here, and you can't see it in the camera shot. But tell us about this thing.
Okay.
This is a really cool thing.
Smith. I'm gonna stand up even because I want to get the whole thing in here.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, this is a circa 19. We'll say 25 to 35. So they probably started creating them in the roaring 20s, but this one was actually purchased in the Great Depression. Okay. This is what was the name that I told you, Smith earlier? A silver tune. Okay. Not the silver tune, the silver tune guitar. This preceded the silver tune, which was kind of like a famous guitar or a popular guitar in the 1930s and 40s. This is actually a super tune. I hope they could hear me say all those things. But
I got your volume jacked up.
okay, so this is a super tune. Now this is where you're talking about sentimental value, but this also has some collector value if it did not have sentimental value, because these guitars I think sell for a couple $100. Okay, so here's the story of this particular guitar. My great grandmother was born in, Dory will have to correct me, it was either 1898 or 1902. I know it was 2 years from the turn of the century. Okay. And she was alive. She lived to be 94. And she was a big part of my life. She raised us, you know, she helped raise Dory and me and a whole herd of kids. But growing up so she experienced the First World War, you know, she had brothers that went off to the First World War. She lost a brother to the Spanish flu. He was 18 years old. Okay. She experienced the Roaring '20s. But it wasn't that roaring for her. Her family was very poor, and the Great Depression hit them very hard, like most people. Right. She and her family were actually traveling sharecroppers. Okay. So they would get to live in a house and share in the profits, mainly just live there to grow cotton and things like that on these farms. Excuse me. She had 2 children, Gerald and Wilhelmina. Wilhelmina is my grandmother, and Gerald, of course, my great uncle. He was 13 years old and he wanted to play a guitar in the middle of the Great Depression. Somehow she saved up $8 in the Great Depression, which is the equivalent of like $150 today. And she bought him this guitar. So those of my family out there, this is a guitar that was bought by Marie Sumner and given to Gerald Eldridge, okay, which is my great aunt. So that has sentimental value to me. Now, he played it for a few years. He moved to Florida, he grew up, and Wilhelmina, my grandmother, had 4 children: Dale, Don, Desi, and Dawn. Dawn being my mama. Don wanted to play the guitar. He was about 10 years old in 1965. He was about 10 years old. He told Wilhelmina, my grandmother, he wanted a guitar. She said, well, your Uncle Gerald has one. I'll see if he's still using it. So called Uncle Gerald, said, hey, Don wants a guitar. He brought the guitar up from Florida where he lived at the time and gave it to his nephew, Don T. Lott. Okay. So from mother to son to nephew. And now 2021, I got a random text from my uncle, Don T. Lott, last night, who I gave a copy of my book, The Art of Text Message Selling. And in the acknowledgments, one of the parts says, I'd like to thank, I thank several people, including Marie Sumner, the strongest person I ever met. Because like I say, when somebody's born in 1900, they experienced World War I, the Spanish flu, the Roaring '20s, the Great Depression, they're sharecroppers, World War II, the Korean War, the Vietnam. I mean, and she even saw the Gulf War. She was, she saw all these things. So I don't know who was president at the turn of the century, but she went through I think the last president was, I think Clinton might've been in there when she died in the 90s.
You think about all the presidents that she lived through.
Yeah, she experienced it all. So, and she just taught me so much. She was a rock. So in that acknowledgement, I mentioned that she was the strongest person I ever met. My uncle, I didn't think about it when I gave him the book. He read the acknowledgments, and it just like, he understands it's how strong and how special a person she was. So it almost makes him cry when he reads it. So he just had the idea that he was going to give it to his nephew. So he wrote me a letter, and he's right-handed, and Smith noticed that this is a left-handed guitar because all he did, Smith, he's flipped that thing around, right? And then what is this thing called? The nut up top?
I believe that's correct. Yes.
Okay. He's a guitar maniac. I thought he'd know for sure. He just knows how to play it. So, but he actually whittled this. That's a piece of wood. He whittled that to work correctly. So he turned it from a right-handed guitar to a left-handed guitar. so that I could play it if I want to. I'm not going to play it a whole lot because, like you said, the sentimental reasons.
Yeah. Well, and you can tell, I mean, there's wear and, it's not wear and tear, but there's wear.
Yeah.
So you can tell it's been played. It's not like it's sat in a closet or something, somebody's played it, or multiple people, have played it over the years. That's just a really cool story.
Yeah.
I mean, you and I have talked about that. People have stories, and, everybody has a different story, and everybody has a story that's interesting. And, there's happy stories, and there's tragic stories and all that kind of stuff. That's just a really cool, story, and you said that one of these guitars, as far as like, a collector item or whatever, a couple $100.
Yep. A couple $100.
But what does it mean to you?
Yeah. You can't, you couldn't buy it.
Yeah.
Buy it.
That's just really cool.
I'll pass it on, one day to somebody younger than me. So,
I mean, and you can see there's been,
a little bit
wear. Been a little bit of wear, and you like, I don't know what
that's when he turned this around. This was
okay.
right-handed
because he had to make it. Okay.
Yeah, he made it left-handed. So there's the screw hole here.
Okay.
That's really cool that he did that for me.
That's just really neat. I mean, what a cool story. And your grandmother, what was her name again?
Marie. My great grandmother was Marie Sumner.
Okay. And I mean, by the way, Billy's book, he acknowledges several people. What's the other book about the doctor that you talked about in?
Colby Patton, his dad, Oscar Patton, who was a local school teacher. He's also an author and a historian. He wrote the book, The Doctor, the story of a Satilla County, Coffee County. This is the Satilla area doctor who had to actually fight the Spanish flu in the 1918, whenever that was. But it was loosely based upon my great grandfather, on my grandmother's side, that was the first doctor in Coffee County.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a cool story. What's that about? The Doctor?
The Doctor.
And it's by
Oscar Patton.
So look that up.
Yep.
I mean, go check it out. I mean, it's a really cool story. So you do your family history. You have a lot of neat stories and connections and all that kind of stuff. So it's pretty cool. It really is neat. It's kind of a cool thing. Spencer, how are we doing on time, by the way? I can't see the time on.
Unless you have somewhere to go, buddy. We'll just keep on going.
In the new studio. What's the time?
It is 11:44.
Okay. No, so we're good. Yeah, we're plenty good. Well, I wanted to bring up a Classic Rock Revisit, a part of the show that we do on Feel Good Friday. Classic Rock Revisit. I talk about some old classic rock stuff that maybe you've heard of, and you haven't listened to it in a while. So it's a good time to revisit. And I know we have some young viewers that that watch. So it's some cool stuff that maybe you haven't heard of. So go check it out. But the Classic Rock Revisit for this week is it's back from 1983. And the album is titled 90125. Just the numbers 90125 by the band Yes. By the way, just a little, kind of a cool little story how it came up. People are like, 90125. If you remember Beverly Hills 90210, remember the TV show? So a lot of people thought it was like a zip code or something like that. And actually, what it was is it's a catalog number. They couldn't come up with a title. And from a record company, they give it an actual catalog number. So the catalog number was 90125. And Yes, they just thought, let's just go with that because they couldn't come up with a title. But the big single from it was Owner of a Lonely Heart. That was the big song, big song in 1983. I remember on MTV when they played videos, it had kind of a weird, unique video, but it got lots of airplay. But the album itself, really, it's a solid album. They're kind of a progressive rock band. So if you're not familiar with Yes, they're kind of a progressive rock band. A lot of cool different sounds. They're very unique sounding. But Owner of a Lonely Heart was very poppy. It was very top 40-ish. So they made a lot of money off of it, if you will. Made them successful. They had already had some hit singles and things like that. So it wasn't like that was, they weren't a one-hit wonder, that's for dang sure. But so a couple other singles that were on there that made the charts. The song Hold On was on there. It Can Happen to You is on there. And one they definitely want you to check out, even if you've heard Owner of a Lonely Heart, go check out the song called Leave It. Leave, leave. And you're like, getting out of here. Leave It. And it's got this cool acapella part and there's all these harmonies. Just a really cool song. So check it out. The album 90125 by the band Yes from 1983. Go check that out. Do you remember that album? I know I'm a little older than you.
I do. I don't remember the album. I remember that one song.
Yeah. Owner of a Lonely Heart. It was a really strong song. Got played. By the way, the drums and the guitar riff on that was sampled by a whole bunch of rap artists too.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, they sampled a whole bunch of stuff off of there. So, you know,
They have to pay for that one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got to pay, which, by the way, you do not have to pay to subscribe to Billy Merritt's,
Yes.
YouTube channel, Billy W. Merritt. Go like some of the videos, comment some of the videos, and make sure you subscribe.
It would mean a lot.
To do that. So what are some of the other things that are going on that I missed out in 2 weeks?
Let's see. So, the studio, we started to use it for people coming in, recording stuff and paying us to do some podcasts for them and then create them some content. Content's king. So we've been using more content. BillyMerritt.com has got a renovation. It's looking amazing. We now have DigiNinja is fully functional in all its glory, and we can actually use our texting platform to help small businesses of every kind for as low as $500 a month.
Now, so people that don't know it, let's get into that a little bit.
Okay.
People that are not aware, like, so what is DigiNinja Text? How do you describe it to somebody? What is DigiNinja Text?
So DigiNinja is a texting platform that allows you to capture leads and to capture cell phone numbers, have them opt in to receive information from you so that you can communicate with your customers. So in business, you want to own your own data. You want to be the one, you want to have access to all your customers anytime. And the easiest way to do that is through text. So DigiNinja allows you to grow your text list. It can get as big as you want to. You can even import your current. We have doctors that use it. We have doctors' offices that will import all their customers into DigiNinja, and then they can send text alerts. They can send appointment alerts. They can send so many things. So DigiNinja is just a tool that allows you to communicate with your customers in the most convenient manner possible, and it is equipped with automation so you don't have to spend all your time talking to thousands of your customers. You can set it and forget it. It's programmed with very smart automations that will allow you to get the information to your customers, and will get your customers can get information from you through automation. It's an amazing tool.
So, I mean, that's a great tool for the business. So let's talk a little bit about the customer side. Okay. So I'm a customer and I want to contact the business, like you said, whether it's a doctor's office, a car dealership, clothing store, real estate company, it doesn't matter. So I want to get in touch with somebody. It's actually very good and convenient for the customer as well as the client.
Absolutely.
As the business. Because the customer, you try to call. I mean, have you ever tried to call a business? I mean,
yes.
Ring, 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 ring. Does it sound familiar? Yeah. I mean, like they don't pick up the phone, they're busy, or it rings a few times, goes to voicemail. And then you got to leave a message and hope to God somebody calls you back. Texting, I mean, it's revolutionized the world. I mean, so many people use it. It's much more convenient. Heck, I got family members and friends like, don't call me, text me.
Exactly.
So I mean, it really is. It's convenient for the customer. It's convenient for the business.
Yeah.
So it really is a really cool thing. So DigiNinja Text. Now, how do they go check it out to learn more?
The easiest thing to do is just text me at 904. And Smith had to run out and solve the problem, but you can text me at 904-944-7432. And here's what will happen when you text that number right now. It's going to most likely, if you were to text it and see what happens. It's going to pick up that Paul Sullivan is texting me. And then if it is not Paul, if say you just got a new cell phone that someone else was using, and it may say John Smith, it will ask you, hey, says I'm talking to John Smith. Is that true? Nope. Okay. Sorry about that. Let me update my system.
Right.
First name, Paul, last name, Sullivan. And then what other information can I get for you? That we have a team out here that can answer that right now. But if they want to talk to Billy, it's going to tell you, no problem. I'll have him reach out to you in just a few minutes. And then as soon as I get off this show, I check my text messages and I say, oh, Paul was trying to get a hold of me. Hey, Paul, I'm free now. Would you like a phone call? It just allows, and it's so much better than calling, because you call once. If you don't get them, you got to call back, or they got to call you back. Whereas with a text message, if you send it, I have it. You can say what you want to say and I can read it. And then I can respond to your actual question. It's like website chat. We do website chat too, but actually now we're just putting our text widget on the website, because if you message me and you don't get a real person right then and you move on to another website to check something else out, that lead, that contact, the way to contact is gone.
Right.
With text, I have your text number. So text is 1,000 times more powerful, 1,000 times more convenient, and 1,000 times more preferred by the customer.
Yeah. So, I mean, it really is. It's a win-win-win, all around. So check it out. By the way, if you missed the number, we'll put that on the screen, before the end of the show so we can get that. So, all right. So some other things that have been going on. You had your son, Trevor. Now they're back playing baseball.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Playing ball. By the way, they had a game. Was it yesterday or the day before?
Yesterday they had they had 2 games yesterday, and I think they had to one more game tomorrow. It's like the inner game,
interleague or whatever.
Yeah. White versus maroon.
Okay, I got you. So how did he do?
Did really well. I think he was the team captain, and they won the first game. Then I think they lost the second game, so it's a split. The tiebreaker's on Monday.
So, but Trevor individually, he did well.
Yeah, he did well. Well,
good. Well, shout out to Trevor, because I know last year, all that stuff that was going on, they missed out on opportunities and on games and stuff like that. Yeah. So I'm glad to have him back. Of course, by the way, I'm not wearing my Chicago Cubs gear. You see, I'm wearing Ninja stuff today. But baseball, spring training is coming up soon, so I'm looking forward to that. Whether people can actually go to games or not, still not really sure.
Yes, they can. As a matter of fact, they can go watch the Braves. We have several. The Trevor is actually selling Braves tickets.
So you can go to the games now?
You can go to the games. He
awesome.
has tickets for sale. Okay. If you want to put Smith April's number on there, if you can, do you have that number?
Will it be her personal number or the one on her business page?
The text number, the DigiNinja number. So you can text this number right here to get April, because they're selling great tickets for like $17. Braves versus Dodgers, Braves versus Cardinals, Braves versus Marlins, Braves versus Tampa Bay Rays.
All right, I'm gonna have to talk to April.
Yep.
Because next year they're gonna have to do Braves against the Cubs.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. So
it's really cool though.
I love going to the ballpark anyway. I mean, of course, if I can go see the Cubs play, I love it. But I've been to other teams. I just like the ballpark experience. It's pretty cool. So in fact, the Dodgers World Series champions, I mean, that'd be a great game to go see. Dodgers against the Braves. Cardinals, I know, Stan Hughes, Chan Hughes. I mean, they're big Cardinal fans. I've had a lot of fun with them with the Cubs Cardinals rivalry, but that'd be a great game, because Cardinals have always had their own little minor rivalry, if you will, against the Braves. By the way, have you been to the new stadium?
I have not been to a game there. I've been during construction and been right there in the parking lot, but I have not been to a game. But Trevor actually gets to play on the field.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and that's coming up pretty soon. I'll have to check the dates for that. But we're gonna go to the game, watch him play, and then stay right there. And basically, you stay in the stadium, from what I understand.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah,
okay,
that's very cool.
If you're interested in Braves tickets, you can text the number below right there, the 912-222-5302. Just text Braves ticket to that number right there, and April will immediately respond to you and get you the information on the tickets. We had a lot of people that saw our Wednesday show and actually came by and bought some tickets from us to the Braves game. So,
by the way, that number for April, a whole new experience, if you will, taking on a whole new challenge. She's done so many different things in her life professionally and has conquered them. So now she's into real estate. Century 21, correct?
Yep. Shout out to Hank Youngblood and Century 21. That's where she has. When you become a realtor, you have to hang your license on a wall at a broker, and they have Century 21's awesome broker, Hank. He worked with us.
Oh, absolutely.
He went out and he's an entrepreneur, and he started his Century 21, and April is representing them. She's actually working today. I mean, she works all the time, but she works from wherever she wants to normally.
Right.
But she's on the floor covering the traffic, the calls.
Okay.
So she's there today.
Okay.
And so if you want to get in touch with her about buying a home or selling a home or buying some Braves tickets.
Heck yeah.
Or buying some, what? Yesterday I had a friend of mine text me, "Hey, ask April what's the best mattress." I said, Tempur-Pedic. I can tell you what it is. I said, he said, "Is she working today?" I said, "No, but call her. She can take care of everything." So if you're interested in furniture, you can text that number. She sent the information, sent the link. They walked in, they bought their furniture and walked out, and it was just seamless. And
that's awesome.
Totally
by the way, while Smith had to go put out a fire, if you will, not a real one. I mean, we're just,
I hope
just
not.
just a
I
phrase.
wouldn't be able to smell the smoke.
If you will, if you'll take April's number down again, that number's there, so you can text April for all those things. But then also we'll give Smith a little bit of time to pull up Billy's number. We were talking about digiting into text when he had to leave the room for just a minute. If you are interested, if your business is wanting to learn more about it, get hooked up with it, all that kind of stuff, we'll put Billy's number on there in just a little bit. All right. So we talked about, the family heirloom guitar, which again, very cool story. Love this. This is really neat. By the way, we want to get a picture. Let's get a picture of you holding the guitar so we can post that too.
Okay.
I know it's in the video, but
you want it now?
Yeah, let's get a picture. Yeah. Can we do that?
Yeah, we do it like this. We'll actually look as if I'm performing. How about that? No, you can't quite get it in there all the way. I got to come this way.
There you go. Let me get out of the picture.
This is for. Oh, look at Smith being a. You can just screenshot that, can't you?
Oh yeah. I can screenshot it later as well.
Okay, cool. Perfect.
So we got that. So we'll put that on. That's just a neat. That's a really cool family story, and I love those. By the way, Sean, do we have any Super Bowl picks?
Super Bowl picks. Let me see.
In the comments.
I know we have some.
Oh goodness, we forgot about all the comments
mixed
today.
up in a lot of other stuff.
Do you want to go through the comments?
Yeah, let's go through some comments.
All right. Leanne Niels says, "Good morning, Paul Sullivan."
Well, good morning,
Leanne. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to Billy Merritt YouTube channel.
Are you going to do this on every comment?
Mary Sullivan Moore says, "Good morning."
That's my mom. Good morning, Mom.
Mom, please subscribe to our YouTube channel.
I believe she said she already did.
Okay.
Felipe 18 Harrow says, "Brady the GOAT."
Brady the GOAT. Brady, make sure that you subscribe to the Billy Merritt.
Oh, I have some cool information. No, it's going to be a surprise.
Okay.
I have a very special trip that we're going on. Cooper sells night vision optics and things like that, and a very a celebrity is buying some night vision, and we're going to go up and visit with this person. We'll get some photos, and they have 1.7 million followers on Instagram.
Wow!
So we're gonna see. Well, part of the deal is we're coming and we're gonna demo the night vision and get them to recommend Cooper on his Instagram.
Yeah,
so
that'd be awesome.
Maybe we'll have like 1.7 million subscribers.
There you go. Well, who's next there, Smith?
Carson Henry says, "Gotta have respect for the GOAT. Work ethic is inspiring."
You talking about Billy?
No,
Tom Brady.
I talked to Carson. I'm sorry, he maybe moved on past the show now. Carson had some cool things going on. So Carson is a very smart kid. He's been on the show. I shouldn't call him a kid. He's a very smart entrepreneur. He's taken his company to market and got acquired. He got people. He sold equity in his company and made a lot of money. He did a great thing because he had a great product. But he never stops driving and learning. He's learned from us. I've learned from him, and he is in the Clubhouse big. Are you in Clubhouse yet?
No.
Okay, so Clubhouse is just another thing.
Is that where you spend Bitcoin?
You can. There are on Clubhouse. There are Bitcoin rooms. In Clubhouse, you can go on there, and you have to have an invitation. So if you wanted to come, I'd have to invite you.
Oh.
And I'd have to make sure
exclusive Clubhouse.
It is an exclusive Clubhouse. So Ken Walls invited me. I've invited a couple people. Glenn Lundy was on actually. Carson Henry started the room last night. Glenn Lundy popped in. Grant Cardone popped in. We were all in there together.
Cool.
And it was just there's so many cool things you can do on Clubhouse.
That's really neat.
Carson, I have some things that I want to talk to Carson about. But that'll be a whole different show. Maybe we can get together.
Okay.
Might have to get him back on here for another show. But thank you, Carson, for dropping by, and thank you for commenting on the show. Please
don't forget to subscribe to Billy W. Merritt on YouTube.
Please, thank you.
Felipe Tina Harrow says, "I'll take Bucks plus 3.5."
Bucks plus 3.5. Okay, interesting.
Lee Yoakum says, "That seems like a flaw in shaping your team. Every sports team at every level has some kind of star player, maybe more than one. But if that can make or break the team, then what is everyone else there for?"
Because you got to have. It's
a team sport.
It's a team sport. You can't play with. You can't play with 10.
I'll use some personal experience. I think about all the years, that Michael Jordan played for the Bulls when they were horrible. I mean, he was still, greatest player,
Yep.
but without other team members, they weren't able to win. So they had to have an actual team,
to
get it to win.
I'm gonna challenge that a little bit. I won't say he's definitely the GOAT. There's no doubt in my mind. But I think maybe he peaked as the greatest player as he was developing the other players around him. I think he peaked and became the greatest player while
I would agree with that.
Yeah,
because talent's only, just raw talent is only going to get you so far. It'll get you in the game, but you're right. You learn, when you come out of college and you go to play, a professional sport, you don't know everything. You may be in top peak physical condition, but you don't understand a lot of the stuff, the way the game is played professionally, guys around you, the way you get along with others, how you motivate people, you get more out of somebody. He was great at that.
Oh yeah. And the willingness to get better and better. Cause it's kind of like, he was cut from his high school team. Right. And like, there's so many, I love it. He was talking about team sports and why do you need the other team? You gotta, if it's a team sport, you gotta have them. You gotta have somebody on your team. But like wrestling, for instance, it's mano y mano, right? And I know tons of wrestlers who didn't place in their state championships who went on to become national placers and national champions. So your willingness to learn and get better is very important.
Absolutely.
Very important.
Who else we got? Smith?
We got Brent Smith says, "Go Chiefs."
Go Chiefs. Brent Smith. Shout out to Brent Smith.
Yeah, man. Another guy on the road.
Warrior. Master closer.
Brent and Sonny, great people.
If you're interested in an expert to help you sell 50 additional cars in a mere 4 to 5 days, give Brent Smith a like right there. Just send him a comment. He'll be happy. Or send him a friend request. Send him a message. He'll be happy to accommodate. And Brent Smith, make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Of course. And go Chiefs for Brent. Anybody else?
Carson Henry says, "Bucks all day."
Me too, brother.
Well, you're going to lose. I'm just saying. You got the GOAT, but you're not going to win. It's team sport. That's for Lee Yoakum. It's a team sport. Who else we got? Smith?
Mary Sullivan Moore says, "Will do" on the YouTube.
Thank you.
Barb Sullivan Thurlby says, "Done and done."
Thank you and thank you.
There's two right there. I'm just getting you all kinds of likes and subscribers.
Smith, will you ask your mom to subscribe?
I'm pretty sure she's subscribed.
Okay.
He's pretty sure. So yeah, that's not a death.
Well, her and Jamie Lopez both dropped links to the channel.
Oh, so she's definitely. Thank you. We got some.
She watches.
Thank y'all so much. We appreciate you, Candace. Thank you so much. Appreciate you watching the show every day.
Barb
Bet
Sullivan.
she'll stop working if Smith gets fired.
No comment. Barb Sullivan Thurlby says, "Chiefs all the way."
There it is. By the way, shout out to my sisters, Barb, Janet, Maggie, all of them checking on me while I was sick. All my family, nieces, nephews, everybody was checking on me. So thank you guys for the nice positive thoughts and prayers and things while I was out sick.
Amen.
Robert Brooker says, "Good morning, Billy and Paul, Jamie, Carson, Candace, and me. Hi, me. And one thing I've learned recently is when Bitcoin is behaving, the altcoins get to party."
Yes, sir. Robert's a smart guy. He understands. Now he's more of a Bitcoin bull. I'm the Bitcoin bear.
Okay.
What are you now?
I'm not a Bitcoin anything.
Okay. So
I'm a beer coin man.
Hey, Robert, thank you for watching the show. You're a great friend and a great person to have. Great comments. He's a 10X commenter. Will you make sure that you like that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, please?
Well, I've called Billy relentless for a decade probably now, something like that. So it's just proof. Again, he just never stops.
The biggest key to sales, the biggest number one thing, all these sales books, I have training, sales training and everything. The number one thing that needed to be successful in sales is the willingness to ask for what you want.
Mm-hmm. And what are you asking?
I would like for you to please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I want to be, I almost said syndicated, and I almost gave away what we're trying to do with those Los Angeles people.
So who else you got, Smith?
Just a quick one. I think we can call Paul Sullivan the Bitcoin agnostic. How's that?
I don't know that he's agnostic.
Not sure.
He's more dismissive of it.
Oh, yeah. True. Robert Brooker said, "Hi, Smith. Thank you. Hi, Robert." Carson Henry says Bitcoin is to decentralize finance and erase fractional reserve banking.
Yeah, what he said.
The problem is, and I don't want to get into it again.
Yeah, let's not get into that again.
Barb Sullivan Thurlby said digital payment system. Robert
That's what it was supposed to be
Yes.
for, Barb. You're right.
Robert Brooker said the quest to take it away from the man? Question mark.
The man.
Yeah, we didn't.
Power to the people.
After that, now that I can get in on that.
Yeah.
I can back that up. Take it away. Take the power away from the dummies up there and give it back to the people. I'm all about that. I'm about free markets, but see, I don't even want to get into it. It'll take too long.
Robert Brooker says if Bitcoin is taking major action and you slowly hand over the beer, your profit increases.
True. Very true. Very true.
You know how hard it is for me to hand over the beer?
Wow, Bitcoin's shooting up. Yeah.
Who else we got, Smith?
Lee Yoakum says 40K question mark. Oh, so just a handful of GameStop shares worth then.
I
LOL.
gotcha. Now that was the other thing that you wanted to bring up, wasn't it? GameStop.
Yeah. So you sure you want to go down that?
So what time we got? Do we hold it for next week or do we got time? What time is it?
It's 12:07.
We
We got
need to
about
wrap this
20
up.
more
Okay.
comments.
Yeah, no, we need to wrap.
Hit the highlights on the comments.
Yeah, hit some more
Highlights. All right.
Somebody that you hasn't already been.
Hasn't already been.
Yeah.
Okay. That
I'll repeat people.
almost Dory Lot Sheffield.
Schofield.
Sheffield. My
Sheffield.
bad. I'm
Listen to
sorry.
him.
It just slipped out.
He is going to be fired.
What
I'm telling you.
She said 1898. So I guess that was.
That's when she was.
Yeah, that was when she was born.
born in
By
1898.
By the way, Dory Schofield and Dory Sheffield, if you're out there, please subscribe to Billy W. Merritt's YouTube channel.
Michael Carson said, awesome story.
Michael Carson.
It really is,
My
man. That's a
man.
really cool story.
Got to apologize to Robert Brooker for skipping like 20 comments.
I know but we went long on the show today. And Paul's more of a structured guy than you and me, Smith. When Smith and I when we have a guest on here, then and it gets interesting and we have the action, we'll stretch this thing out for 3.5 hours.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, no, I agreed to do it 1 hour with you. I'm on overtime right now.
I'll get Jose in here. Me and Jose, we'll talk for 3 hours about some stuff, you know.
Matt Strasburger says it's currently 4 degrees at Wrigley.
4 degrees up in Chicago. That's my nephew, Matt.
Wow.
4 degrees up in Chicago. It's like 58 or something like that now here in South Georgia.
The Ninja Express has been grounded for that very reason, man. You can't fly that thing in the ice.
Yeah, it's too cold. Too cold. Well, that means you got to get a bigger plane. Buy a bigger boat. Buy a bigger plane.
I should sell the boat and put that towards the next plane.
I'm in. Let's do it.
By the way, shout out to I know you're ready to go.
No,
Shout out to Badcock and Moore
Mhm.
and Matt Pridemore.
I did see that show.
That was a good
he
show.
Came in, he came in and did a show. So very cool.
Yeah. And he and I are going to buy a hangar together.
Okay.
We're going to build our own hangar since the city won't give us one. We're going to build one.
Yeah, I was out, so I missed Matt. So shout out, to Matt and Matt Pridemore. Please subscribe to Billy W. Merritt on YouTube.
As well as your nephew.
Please. Yes, Matt Strasburger. Please do that. So again, we got any more real quick? Any more comments, Sean?
Janet Sullivan says, glad you're better, little brother.
Thank you. My sister Janet, thank you very much. And don't forget to subscribe to Billy W. Merritt on YouTube.
And comment when you're there.
Robert Brooker said he has subscribed. There is gold in that channel.
That's my man.
There you go. Let's end that. Let's end right there. That's a great way to wrap up the show. There's gold in that their channel.
And it's been made easy to mine.
Excellent. Excellent. So,
Hey, I think I got somebody waiting on me out here. I had a 12 o'clock appointment.
we need to wrap it up then. So again,
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys. Have a great weekend. Cheers.
Cheers.
Have a feel good Friday Super Bowl weekend. Enjoy yourself. If you're going to be drinking, make sure you're not driving. Make sure you're safe out there when you party. Thanks again to everybody, all the road warriors out there, all the guys and gals who are working here at Billy Merritt Marketing. Thanks for helping out and sacrificing and putting in the extra work while I was out sick. So hope you guys have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.